We remember the names of the transgender people whose lives have been lost to anti-transgender violence over the years and continue to demand increase in accurate media coverage of transgender people in their lives and in death. These are the names of transgender people we know whose lives have been taken due to anti-transgender violence, but it should be noted that these crimes often are misreported, go unreported, or not reported at all. 2023, London Price, a black trans woman who was killed in Miami-Dade County, Florida on October 23rd. She was 26 years old. Lisa Love, a black trans woman, was killed in Chicago, Illinois on October 17th. She was 35 years old. Ayin Johnson, a black trans woman who was killed in Washington, D.C. on October 14th. She was 30 years old. Dominic Dupree, also known as Dominic Palace, a black gender-nonconforming person who was killed in Chicago, Illinois on October 13th. They were 25 years old. China Long, a black trans woman, was killed in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on October 8th. She was 30 years old. Yoko Yoli Kwan, a black non-binary, was killed in New Orleans, Louisiana on September 19th. They were 30 years old. Sherilyn Marjorie, a Latina trans woman, was killed in Albuquerque, New Mexico on September 17th. She was 35 years old. Callie Manali, a trans woman, was killed in Miami-Dade, California on September 7th. She was 41 years old. Luis Angel Diaz Castro, a Latino transgender man, was killed in San Juan, Puerto Rico on August 12th. He was 22 years old. Thomas Tom Robertson, a black gender nonconforming person, was killed in Calumet City, Illinois on August 17th. They were 28 years old. Devani J. DeRay Johnson, a black trans woman, was killed in Los Angeles, California on August 7th. She was 28 years old. Jacob Williamson, a white trans man, was killed in Monroe, North Carolina on June 30th. He was 18 years old. Chanel Perez Ortiz, a Latina trans woman, was killed in Carolina, Puerto Rico on June 25th. She was 29 years old. Aisha Davis, also known as Asia Davis, a black trans woman, was killed in Detroit, Michigan on June 2nd. She was 34 years old. Banco Robinson, also known as Banco Peso, a black trans man, was killed in San Francisco, California on April 27th. He was 24 years old. Rashida Coco Dadal Williams, a black trans woman, was killed in Atlanta, Georgia on April 18th. She was 35 years old. Ashley Burton, a black trans woman, was killed in Atlanta, Georgia on April 11th. She was 37 years old. Taish Saeed Woodland, a black trans woman, was killed in St. Mary's County, Maryland on March 24th. She was 18 years old. Tordoquito, an indigenous, queer, and non-binary individual, was killed in Atlanta, Georgia on January 18th. They were just 26 years old. Cache B. Henderson, a black trans woman, was killed in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on February 26th. She was 31 years old. Amawatsu Zaki, a black trans woman, was killed in Louisville, Kentucky on February 3rd. She was 26 years old. Marie Fear, a Latina trans woman, was killed in Houston, Texas on January 21st. She was 22 years old. Jasmine Starr Mack, a black trans woman, was killed in Washington, D.C. on January 7th. She was 36 years old. Unique Banks, a Latina trans woman, was killed in Chicago, Illinois on January 23rd. She was 21 years old. And that is for 2023. And here's all of the ones we lost, all of those that we lost in 2022. 2021. 2022 again. The list goes on and on and on. It just goes on and on. Please, let's never forget these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. They will live forever in our hearts.